Welcome back to Ride Zone Bikes, the channel where we bring you the real-world insights, detailed breakdowns, and honest reviews of the bikes that matter. If you're passionate about motorcycles, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a name that's been trusted for decades as a reliable, timeless, and still very much in the gamut of the Honda CG125. But not just any model. This is the 2025 Honda CG125, a classic reborn with minor upgrades, subtle refinements, and the same no-nonsense attitude that's kept it a favorite among daily riders for generations. Let's get right into it and take a look at what the 2025 Honda CG125 brings to the table. Standing at the front of the CG125, you immediately recognize the familiar face of this iconic bike. Honda has maintained the classic front headlamp design around halogen unit housed in a chrome casing that screams old-school charm. There's a certain pride in that simplicity. It hasn't jumped on the LED bandwagon yet, and for the CG125's audience, that's a smart move. It's about durability, affordability, and practicality over gimmicks. The indicators, too, are traditional bulbs, set on slightly flexible stalks, perfect for surviving minor bumps and nudges in city traffic. The front mudguard is made from solid metal, not plastic, finished in glossy paint that matches the tank. It hugs the 18-inch front wheel just enough to keep splashback under control. The telescopic front forks are basic, but they get the job done. You won't find USD forks here, but again, that's not what the CG125 is about. It's built for reliability and rugged use, not track days or showrooms. Changed dramatically over the years and from the side, the CG125's profile hasn't. That's a good thing. The tank retains its teardrop shape, giving the bike a muscular but sleek silhouette. For 2025, the graphics are a bit more modern, subtle streaks with a metallic touch that enhance the visual appeal without overpowering the simplicity. The frame is the tried-and-true diamond frame, which balances weight and strength exceptionally well. The engine sits proudly in the middle, slightly exposed, with cooling fins visible on all sides, reinforcing that old-school mechanical aesthetic. The kickstart lever is still there, even though the bike now also comes with an electric starter. That's Honda acknowledging its broad customer base. Some riders still prefer the feel of kicking a bike to life. The side panels are plastic but feel solid. They're neatly fitted and include a small compartment for tools or documents. The seat is a single-piece flat bench, slightly contoured for better comfort, and upholstered in textured vinyl for grip. It's comfortable enough for city commutes or even slightly longer rides without fatigue setting in too quickly. From the rear, the CG125 keeps things minimal. The taillight is rectangular, classic, and unmistakably CG. Flanked by orange indicators, it keeps the look retro. The grab rail is functional and doubles as a support for luggage. The rear fender, again, is metal and robust, perfect for rougher terrain and careless parking. The number plate holder is simple, and there's a small reflector for added visibility. The rear suspension features dual shock absorbers with preload adjustment, which is ideal for riders who occasionally carry passengers or cargo. The rear wheel, also 18 inches, has drum brakes, while the front sports a disc brake, offering a basic but balanced braking system that's easy and cheap to maintain. Now let's talk about the heart of the CG125, the engine. This is where the bike's legacy truly shines. It features a 124cc air-cooled, four-stroke, single-cylinder engine that's been refined over the years for optimal performance, fuel efficiency, and durability. For 2025, Honda has tweaked the carburetor for slightly better fuel economy and smoother throttle response, though it still remains a carbureted engine rather than fuel-injected. The motor produces around 11 horsepower at 8,000 rpm and 9.5 Nm of torque at 6,000 rpm. Those figures might not seem impressive on paper, but in real-world urban riding, they translate into smooth power delivery, quick response in lower gears, and an overall feeling of nimbleness that makes this bike so pleasant to ride. Mated to a 5-speed constant mesh gearbox, the CG125 shifts with minimal effort. The clutch is light, and the gear ratios are well spaced for city riding, allowing you to cruise at 60 to 70 kilometers per hour comfortably. Top speed, around 100 to 110 kilometers per hour on a good stretch. But this isn't a bike built for speed, it's built to last. The engine is mounted with vibration-reducing components, which is a nice touch. Older CGs were often criticized for engine buzz at higher revs. This version still has some vibration, so after all, it's an air-cooled Singly, but it's noticeably smoother. You won't feel numb in your hands after a long ride. The Kickstarter remains a fan favorite for many, especially in regions where electric starts can be unreliable due to battery issues. Starting is easy, usually on the first or second kick, thanks to Honda's precise engineering and ignition tuning. Fuel economy is one of the CG125's strongest points. Depending on riding conditions, you can expect anywhere from 45 to 55 kilometers per liter. That's impressive for a bike with a 124cc engine, and it makes the CG125 a go-to choice for daily commuting. With the 9.2-liter fuel tank, including reserve, you get a decent range before needing to refuel. Maintenance is another area where the CG125 excels. Parts are affordable and widely available. Mechanics across cities and small towns alike know this bike inside and out. Whether it's an oil change, chain adjustment, or a clutch tweak, this bike is easy to work on, making it ideal for riders who prefer low-cost ownership. Out on the road, the CG125 feels light and manageable. Weighing around 110 kilograms, it's easy to maneuver in tight spaces, slip through traffic, and park just about anywhere. The handlebar is slightly raised for an upright seating posture, reducing strain on your wrists and back. That makes it perfect for city traffic and short highway stretches. The suspension setup isn't premium, but it's tuned well for comfort over potholes and speed breakers. You won't be floating on a cloud, but you also won't be rattled to pieces. The bike handles predictably lean into corners, and it holds its line well, even on narrow tires. Speaking of which, the tires are thin by modern standards, but they help with fuel efficiency and are more than adequate for the CG125's modest power. Braking is decent with the front disc adding confidence, though the rear drum could use more bite. Combined braking would have been a nice addition, but Honda has kept it simple to keep costs down. And now, let's talk money. The 2025 Honda CG125 is priced around $1,100 to $1,300. Depending on your market. In local currency, that will vary, but the point remains it's one of the most affordable, value-packed motorcycles you can buy new in 2025. For that price, you're getting a proven engine, low running costs, and a design that has stood the test of time. There are cheaper bikes out there, and there are flashier ones too, but few offer the long-term value, parts availability, and rock-solid reputation of the CG125. That's what makes it so popular among students, daily commuters, delivery riders, and even first-time bike owners. If you're someone who rides more than they wrench, wants a bike that just works without constant attention, and values economy over bling, the CG125 deserves a serious look. Ultra-A riding shots, slow-mo angles, drone shot if available. So that's our deep dive into the 2025 Honda CG125. It may not have the specs to excite performance junkies or tech lovers, but it doesn't need to. This bike is about something else entirely. I trust Honda hasn't tried to reinvent the wheel here. Instead, they've polished what works, listened to their loyal fan base, and delivered a machine that does exactly what it promises day in, day out. Thanks for watching this review. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment with your thoughts on the CG125, and let us know what bike you'd like us to review next. Subscribe to Ride Zone Bikes for more honest, real-world bike content every week. Until next time, keep riding, stay safe, and enjoy the journey. Please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel.